Hello everyone, yes, I know it's February already, but I'm going to make some predictions for the rest of 2024, board game related of course. Now, I didn't do too well for the 2023 ones. Go and check the video out where I went through my predictions recently, but let's jump into the ones for this year. First off, I'm going to say there are going to be a number of mini games coming out, and I don't mean mini games that you'd find inside a game, I mean mini versions of other games. Think Azul Mini. I think there's going to be a bit of a trend of taking a popular game and condensing it down. We've seen it with Hive Pocket, Azul Mini. I think there's going to be, along the lines of like the Ticket to Ride ones, there's going to be another big game or normal sized box game that comes out with a mini travel, sort of shorter maybe experience, but mostly the same game in a smaller form, so it's kind of a travel version. Number two, I'm going to carry one over from last year, and it is Ticket to Ride Rome. Well, there's going to be a new Ticket to Ride Cities map coming out. Alright, Berlin was last year, so maybe it will be an American one or maybe a Japanese city or something like that. But Ticket to Ride Rome, it's got to happen at some point, hasn't it? So that's my prediction number two. Number three is that there's going to be another wave of licenses. We've seen Lego just announce that they're coming back. And what I mean by this isn't just, oh, we're going to get more Harry Potter games or Lord of the Rings games or something like that, but some of these other companies coming in, like when Funko came in and all of a sudden they brought a wave of licenses. I could see us getting another wave of stuff like that. I'm not sure how to justify this at the end of the year, but I'm predicting that we will see sort of a game that you could have seen maybe a couple of years ago without sort of that film attached to it or whatever. I can see us getting a number of those this year. And well, if Funko Games is anything to go on, and some of the other ones that have come out recently, they've not actually all been bad, these film ones. They've almost been a good game with that theme. So fingers crossed, especially for the Lego one. Next up, I'm going to predict something specifically for the Earth expansion. It's going to be kickstarted at some point in the middle of the year. And I'm going to say that the sort of event cards is going to be one of its big focuses. Because in my opinion, one of the worst cards that you can draw from the deck of cards is an event card. 9 times out of 10, they are very situational. Sometimes they're yep, I'll play that because it just gives me a very small number of resources. But normally it's I'm going to lose points for playing it, I'm going to have to spend a load of, say, soil, and then I get a load of sprouts. It's not normally worth it. They are very lackluster in the game, and I think it's a point that the expansion is going to really dive into. Yeah, it could add a new type of resource, a new style of card, or something like that, but I think the expansion, one of the big points of it, will be making the event cards, I'm going to say, better. That's not exactly the wording I wrote down when I wrote the list, though. And last but not least, it's a big one. At least a volume-wise prediction. I think there's going to be another standout party game coming out. Because, well, the last couple of years we've had some good ones, but I'm going to say we're going to have one that's reaching or almost reaching the levels of like Just One, which really did sort of, when it came out, it was everywhere. Everyone was playing it. It's still in so many people's collection because it's a fantastic game. And I think it's about time that we get a brand new party game that's going to sweep the nation, the world, to quite that sort of effect. So a party game at Just One's level. Not level as in difficulty, but as in popularity. It might not happen, but we've got a lot of the year sort of left to go, so why not? So there's 5 predictions for 2024. I'm sure I'll get many wrong, but we'll sort of revisit either at the end of the year or the start of 2025 to see how badly or how well I actually did. Let me know if you think any of these are actually going to come true. Which one do you think will? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And until next time, have a great day gaming.